Hello, how are we folks? Keeping well? Hope so. Hope so. Bit of a change in the weather at the minute. It's got an awful lot colder the last few days. So perfect time for whiskey. Great stuff for that. Gets cold. To be fair, it's okay whenever it's warm too. There's always something. But we're going on with the miniatures. As I say, I have loads of these little miniatures. So yeah, it's always nice to sit with a whiskey, let it develop, see how you like it over a period of time. But these are good too, you know. They're certainly cost effective. Let you try various little samples for, well, reasonable price. I have a whole collection of empty miniatures sitting out here. They're good for bottle sharing with some people and whatnot, sending stuff over to people and so on. Now tonight we have this baby. This is Mack from Mackmyra up in Sweden. I thought it was a drop of water in that, which would have been very strange, but check for a leak. Now, for anybody who's not aware of Mackmyra, it's a very progressive, it's very, I suppose in many ways it's quite Scandinavian when you think about it. They're very sort of progressive. They have different ways of doing things in that they use artificial intelligence. I attended a lecture on artificial intelligence, kind of shows my intelligence, a couple of years ago, and it scared the bejesus out of me, if I'm totally honest. It was done by a doctor at Queen's University in Belfast, and some of the stuff he was coming out with was a bit, it was a bit frightening. Yeah, it was. It was all about how we will not be able to understand what computers are able to do, and if we're not able to understand them, how do we stop them? It was very, very, very weird. And he did a survey where somebody had conducted a survey. He was reporting on the results of it, where a third of the experts in the field of artificial intelligence thought that AI was either going to be very or extremely detrimental to humans. Nearly time to stop, guys. You know, when the experts are saying, well, this is probably going to be very bad for us. Yeah. So it didn't fill me with cheer, but whiskey producers don't seem too bothered about this. So Mackmyra have embraced the spirit. This is a bit of a strange one because it almost seems as if there's some secrecy about what goes on in some of it. I'm talking about Mackmyra, not artificial intelligence. There's loads of secrecy about it. No, this is kind of hard to trace what exactly this is in terms of the cask finishing and in terms of, you know, what style of whiskey it is, etc., etc. Because there's not an awful lot of information on the websites, and you have to sort of trail around and look at some of the sellers to find out, well, what is it you're buying? Because it's not very forthcoming. This is actually one of the fairly cheap range. It's £35 a bottle. Again, I bought this as a little pack of some more, so expect a few more of these coming up. And I bought a pack of 4 of these for, is it £15 or something? Something dead cheap. So, I mean, you can't not buy it out of that, you know. So what exactly did I find out? On their website it says made using only Swedish ingredients. So I assume Swedish barley, Swedish water. But there's nothing about cask finishing. Then I read on another seller's page that it was aged solely in American oak. So I'm not 100% sure, but we'll give it a whirl anyway and see how we go on. 40%. Single malt. Has colouring in it. Is chill filtered. Quite sharp nose. Quite zesty and fresh. Slightly acidic on the nose, like cut apples. That sort of zesty zing that you get off sort of sharp apples, maybe cooked baking apples. Little pieces of more sort of deeper fruits coming through. Slight baked tinge to it, so possibly a little bit of like a spiced apple pie. So there's sharp apples, sort of orchardy apples, and cooked apples. So it's this is strange when there are all these sort of different little elements towards the apple through it. Yeah, it's kind of got different elements to the same thing on it. Going from sort of sharp to cooked, raw to cooked, and it's kind of got it all in one go. Bit of fresh cut grass there as well. Maybe sort of hay, grassy hay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's fantastic, but it's certainly not bad on the nose. Go for a little tasty. On the delivery, really quite flowery, quite gummy sweets. Really American hard gum sweets coming through. Quite a surprise actually from the nose to what appears on at the arrival. It develops quite funny. There's quite almost a sour note there, which doesn't really work, and then it lightens back up to that floral notes. So it goes on quite pleasant, quite nice. Drops down, not so nice. Up again, quite nice. Yeah, that's surprising. That's surprising. There's cinnamon there too. Cinnamon sweets, like cinnamon lozenges. There, yeah, that's. Yeah. There it is again. The arrival, when it first goes into the palate, it's that floral, lovely cinnamon, slight bit baked, like biscuit. Then very quickly it goes kind of off, which is kind of off-putting, and then coming back up again. It's got quite a light finish that lasts quite a long time and gets better. Yeah, on the finish it's actually quite good, but it comes in sort of disjointed stages where very, very floral, very nice cinnamon, then it dips down, kind of goes a bit flat, almost sour, which is not that pleasant at all, really. You think it's gone off, and then it starts to come back up again. So it goes quite floral, little bit of mint sweet, mint imperial type note to it, back up to the cinnamon, again, back to that sort of floral quality. Yeah, it's okay, yeah, but not, it's okay-ish in bits. I wouldn't say it's fantastic by any means, but it's certainly not bad. And I can see lots of people liking this. But it's not probably for me, if I'm honest. It the arrival kind of saves the whole story, if I'm honest, and makes it you'll go, yeah, it's okay. But I don't think you would necessarily write home about it and say Mack was my favourite. It finishes quite well. The nose is okay. The arrival is very nice when it first comes there, when it first delivers into your palate, and then it goes off and goes a bit weird and finishes quite nice. Are you prepared to put up with okay, quite nice, okay, nice, not so nice, back to nice again? Are you? At 40%, it's probably not. It's probably not something that you're going to do. But then again, at a reasonable price, it offers something a bit different. Yeah. There's that flat bit again. Yeah. Trying it again, but then it finishes. Is the finish nice enough to forget the bit in the middle? Probably not. If I was marking this, it's okay. Certainly the price point, I wouldn't criticise it a huge amount because of where it is on that price. But I would give it a sort of 5.5 out of 10. It wouldn't be something that I would necessarily recommend to anybody that would be overawed by it. It does finish quite well, and that might be its saving grace. But yeah, Mackmyra, been around for quite a long time now. Been around for over 20 years, and have a lot of product out. A lot of different styles, lots of different ways of doing things. I think they've got a floating warehouse. It's like a warehouse out in a river, I think. I'm not sure, but I remember reading they had a warehouse that floats. They sterilise their water with ultraviolet light, which sort of fair few distilleries are doing this kind of thing now. But they seem to be very progressive, and they want to sort of embrace that aspect of it. And yeah, they have a lot of product out, so as well, they have a huge range. This I wouldn't be able to struck on, the Mack. But try it yourself. Give it a whirl and see how you go on. Get these. These are quite good. They'll be tasting packs, and you'll see what you think of them yourself. Gives you a taster. You might. Everything's different. It's all subjective. So some people will like it, some people won't. And if you get one of these, you'll probably be able to decide for yourself. But anyway, I will mosey on down the road. Take care of yourself, guys, and all the best. Night night.